Kevin is in Woodstock, Georgia. He's a teacher, and turns out he's a former coworker of mine. How
No.
crazy. Yes.
Tell me the truth, really?
Yeah, he used to work at KFYI here in Phoenix.
Wow.
Many moons ago. Now he's a teacher. He has an 11-year-old.
Okay.
And his 11-year-old has a smartphone and wants to download the TBH app.
TBH.
To be honest.
To be honest.
Social media app. I don't know anything about it. Kevin doesn't know anything about it. So we called you.
Okay.
I would really love to know if you know anything about this TBH app. I'm concerned. I want to make sure that it's not going to be a breeding ground for cyberbullying.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be good. It's supposed to allow them to tell their friends what they like about each other. I just don't know if it gets into the problems of not being truthful or going too far
or being
with
malicious.
bullying.
Okay, before we talk about the app, let's talk about you, okay?
Yes.
Do you remember what it was like when you were 10 and 11 and 12?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. You know, it's not really like, I wouldn't say it's like the best time, right? I mean,
right.
It's like you're not quite a kid. You're not quite a teen. Your parents don't know if they should treat you as a child or as a young adult. You're very sensitive. Hormones are just starting to kick in. But in this particular age, you're very, very vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's, to be honest, where, like, you know, they put up a thing and the kids say, well, who has the best smile? Well, that's the example that the app developer uses, right?
Okay.
Okay. In reality, is that what the kids are going to ask each other? No. Whether it's this app or it's WhatsApp, it's Snapchat, which I'm sure he's on too, or not yet, but will be. Did he come to you and say, I want to put this app on my phone?
Yes, he did. He said some of his friends had showed it to him, and he said, I'd really like to get this app. And I know he has some other social media like Instagram, which he knows that at any time I can ask for his phone.
Which is awesome.
Can monitor it. But not knowing anything about this app.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's good. I think we're opening up that proverbial Pandora's box to a place that an 11-year-old boy doesn't need to be at. There's enough pressure already on Instagram and Snapchat. And then I'm sure he's playing Minecraft, right?
Sure.
And so he's got the chat rooms going on Minecraft, and maybe he's on Xbox. And, you know, there comes a point where it's like, okay, well, how much stuff can you really pay attention to? The thing with kids, and I'm really glad that he came to you, because so many parents, let me tell you, Kevin, so many parents, they don't even know what's going on until after the fact. Then they're like, oh, I think my kid's in trouble. You know, it's like, okay, well, where were you, like, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago?
Right.
And to be able to get in there. The big thing, too, that the kids have, and it's good that you have access to his account, is make sure you have access to all the accounts. See, the kids have something called the Rinsta and the Finsta accounts, the real one and the fake one. And so it sounds like you have a really open relationship, which is good, because I have that with my son. And he also knows, even at 16, I can pick up his phone and see exactly what he does. But I would limit that and tell him, you know, no way, we're not doing this. You know, let's look at your grades after December. And then also let the school deal with this too, because this is going to make its way into the classroom somehow, some way, because it always does. And as it does, that's when you'll start seeing the school administrators start sending these memos home. And normally they send it home after the fact that, you know, if your kids have this on your phone, we'd like you to remove it. And so I'm really glad that you called in, because so many parents now, if you have kids, it's really something that you need to watch, whether it's To Be Honest or what's happening on Instagram or Snapchat. You know, don't have this false sense of security that you don't need to watch your kids around their devices. The device is not the babysitter. You're still the parent. You're still the mom and dad.